before it was the Inland Empire, it was called the Orange Empire. They used to grow just like the Bajío used to grow a lot of produce. They had oranges, right? And in 1914, the Riverside newspaper nicknamed it the Inland Empire. So from 1914 to today, it became, sorry, this is not working. That's what the Orange Empire looks like today, the Inland Empire. Okay? So you have the port, then you have the inland port. Okay? Now let me show you where the new Inland Empire is moving to. So Laredo was never called the Onion Empire, but it did grow a lot of onions. As a matter of fact, it put a lot of the Caribbean countries that were growing onions out of business. Some agro engineers out of Texas A&M University developed the best onions that grew in South Texas. But these onion farms quickly developed into industrial park, just like the Orange Empire turned into the Inland Empire. That's what the new Inland Empire is looking like now. So we're sitting here in the Bajío region. Every single load of your manufacturing product crosses through Port Laredo. If you didn't know that, now you do. We see, you know, this video was filmed a year ago. Now we're seeing $900 billion in trade go through Laredo per year. Okay, I'm sorry, 900 billion, that's between the US and Mexico. Laredo sees 40% of that, $350 billion. Okay, 6.5 million crossings every year. That's 18,000 crossings a day. That's the new Inland Empire, and that's happening right now. Why is it happening? Well, what happened with Asia? Right? Manufacturing from Asia started moving in 2019 heavily, nearshoring into Mexico, right? Some of it into the United States. This is what some of the parks in Laredo now look like, okay? So I'm going to read you just some quick data points. So from 2019 to 2025, North America trade did not disappear. It recentered around production corridors like the one from here to Laredo, to the border. Port Laredo grew approximately $231 billion from 2019 to $353 billion in 2025. So that was 120 billion more in trade added from 2019 to 2025. Over the same period, the Port of LA peaked in 2021 and remained largely flat thereafter. So Port of LA in 2019 traded 282 billion. In 2021, it traded 315 billion. That was a peak. Now, you know, in 2024, moving into this year, 276 billion, so it's going down. Why is that? Because manufacturing is moving here. It's moving to the Bajío, it's moving to Mexico City, it's moving to Monterrey. It is moving into this trade corridor. This corridor produces more engineers capable of production at a reasonable cost, better than, you know, our friends north of the border. So, it's my only slide with actual numbers. In 5 years, Laredo doubled in size. It went from 30 million square feet. This year we will close with 60 million square feet. Our company, just in the last 5 years, we've probably placed over 15 million feet of users in just the Laredo market. It is a very large growth, ladies and gentlemen, that is happening here in our market. Right now we're seeing over 12 million square feet of new buildings built right now. So that means if you're exporting material right now, or exporting finished goods, or importing raw material coming to your plants down here, we've got the space, we're ready. The developers now believe in the Laredo market. It is no longer a local market with local developers. It is a big institutional market with capital markets fully approving it and placing their money there versus other larger metro areas. So this will show you some of the logos. More to the left, you see developers, right? You're going to recognize some of the Mexican developers if you're down here, like Finsa and Macquarie and Litos, who's actually a sponsor and exhibitor here in the show. But then we've got the larger developers from the East Coast that have a lot of equity from New York placed in Laredo now. So you've got Artemis, Invesco, TPG, Van Trust, we are seeing Morgan Stanley, Carlisle, all the major players are betting in Port Laredo. Why? Because it's the best corridor, and they're seeing the quick decline and the oversupply of buildings in the West Coast. The Inland Empire has moved. It is now a true inland port, and the border has also moved. The border is no longer the first 26 kilometers that the Maquila program approved in the 60s, right? The Bermúdez family pushed that in Juarez and said, let's create an area where we can manufacture tax-free and export the goods. Well, with NAFTA, that moved south of the first 26 kilometers and moved into the Bajío region. And now it's staying, right? Now we've got recintos fiscalizados estratégicos, we've got free trade zones in the country, inland. And you have Monterrey. I was with the president of Prologis Mexico, and he said, Carlo, my best border market is Monterrey. I said, that's 150 miles south of the border. He's like, it's a border market. That's what's happening today. Now the border is 150 miles into Mexico. Borders are deleting. Yes, we have a wall and Trump can build everything he wants, but we have cross-border trade, cross-border real estate, cross-border investment and equity, and this corridor will continue to grow moving forward, and it'll be the best corridor, the best trade corridor in North America. So if you are here, if you're present here, it's for a reason. We truly believe that this is going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to be the best place to invest for your manufacturing, invest for your real estate, and invest for your future. That's it. That's my entire story. So I'm happy to answer any questions before I have to storm out of here and catch a flight. But I just wanted to show you what has happened in the border, how trade has moved and how it's moved from the West Coast to this corridor, because it's very important. And yes, there's buildings available. Yes, there's equity. There's opportunity to invest as well.